minutes. Hey, everybody. Hey,
It's good.
nothing much. Just chilling. What about you?
Chilling.
What a day. I literally thought I had this album actually done.
What up? Did, did they get their gavels yet? Did Sammy and Ron get their gavels?
I'm gonna work on it while I'm here.
Okay. What up?
So the BET Awards is doing a DMX tribute.
That is great. Is anybody gonna be there?
Busta and Swiss Beats so far.
Great. That is great. That's what we need. They need one for Ecstasy as well.
You said what?
They need one for Houdini. The guy from Houdini, Ecstasy.
I mean, they got to, but you know how BET is.
And MF Doom, but you know, It's BET, so
Right, you know how BET is.
yeah,
It's like y'all get DMX, we ain't getting that much.
exactly. You throw you a bone with DMX.
Right.
Oh my god.
Okay, where's my speaker of that? So Trick Daddy is making some waves right now.
What he do?
He basically dissed Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, I did see that. What was that about though?
He said how Beyonce can't sing and Jay-Z's not that big of a rapper and some shit like
Oh
that.
boy. Is Trick Daddy mad because he's no longer relevant?
Right.
Is that what it is? Are you mad, Trick?
Right.
What is the deal?
Maybe because Trina got that verses, he's trying to get the spotlight too.
Oh my god. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You know how the Beehive is. They already roasting his ass already.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy.
I'm about to start. I'm just trying to find some Prince shit right quick.
Some Prince shit? What do you mean?
No, because I didn't really finish all of my notes,
Okay.
and I want to get some information about like the first Rave album,
Right.
and I got this book right here. So
Is that that was the first one, right?
which one?
The first one where the first Prince like biography book?
Um, this is not really a biography. Just talking about his music.
That's is that the one that one what year that was?
This one was hold on. I want to say it was a year before he died. Yeah, 2016.
So that is that the one where the book talked about him like scrapping albums and songs?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I remember when that came out. That one is out of print, I believe.
Yeah, it's crazy too because like 2015, 2016,
Right.
they were doing like a lot of Prince books. I know they did one about the Purple Rain anniversary.
Yes.
That one came out like 2015.
Yeah.
Ironically, I got this. I want to say a little after he died
Mm-hmm.
because I know they did the one with the photos, the Purple Rain photos or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Shit. But I got this one and the Rise of Prince, 1958 to 1988, the best books about Prince. Period.
I saw that Ronnie. I saw that flyer going around. They doing like a rock. Was basically like a state property reunion because Jay Z not gonna be there.
I wasn't surprised.
That should have happened a long time ago. Like they should be on Rock Nation. I don't understand why they're not signed.
I was thinking of going to fucking Virginia and seeing that shit, but I'm like, yeah, the way how my money is, yeah.
Yeah, Ghostface and Jizz are going on tour. I seen that. Daniel Ross new album's coming out. Everybody coming out with a new album.
Right.
You know,
Diana Ross,
the great.
the boss.
Yep.
You know what? Fuck this.
Mhm.
It's not the book's not telling me exactly what I want. But I know where exactly.
What I know there's some type of I know there's juicy gossip on every Prince album. So what happened with this album?
Um,
You can tell us when we start.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I like to hear like the juicy tidbits of what albums he scrapped and did over and songs that was left for this album.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm just pulling up my notes right now. This is okay. What's up, Ray Sean? Okay, yeah, I found it. Perfect. All right. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely Wednesday? 2 more days until Friday. It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
Um, I am going back to the Prince reviews. I know it's been a while since Emancipation, which that kind of wore me out. I do apologize on that. And we're gonna go into 1999 with the Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic. This was released on November 9th, 1999 by NPG and Arista Records, surprisingly. Um, this was the last album he did where he had the moniker, I want to say, like the artist formerly known as Prince moniker, Love Symbol moniker, whatever you want to call it. It only came out with one single called The Greatest Romance Ever Sold. Prince, of course, produced this whole album. We also have a few guest appearances too.
Mm-hmm.
You have Chuck D, Eve, Gwen Stefani, Sheryl Crow, and Annie DiFranco. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So after the release of Emancipation, that album pretty much, that was like him being free from Warner Brothers or whatever. He pretty much dropped the Crystal Ball Collection '98, which is like a 5 CD collection of unreleased material. But it got some controversy too because of the fact that there were certain tracks off that album and the Vault album '99 too that they were either reworked. Some of them was like reworked and whatnot, and you know, which which brings me up to the fact that he also like put like a couple of tracks, mostly from like the Dream Factory, which was the original Sign of the Times too, and also '98 he dropped his album called The Truth, which The Truth pretty much I know that was recently re-released on vinyl
Still waiting
like
for that.
last week. You said what?
I'm still waiting for that.
Yeah, that's shit, man. It's more like an acoustic album from Prince. Personally, I loved it. It's
Yeah.
more like a folky ordeal and shit like that. That was him going into his Joni Mitchell craze, which he was always influenced by Joni Mitchell and shit too. So,
Right.
and oh, I forgot. I talked about the New Power Soul. Oh God, I forgot about that one. I did talk about the New Power Soul album '98, which I did not like that album. I only like maybe 2 songs from that album. And this was also around the time he was he was performing like live on TV,
Right.
like with Sinbad show, and of course, he was on the Chris Rock show. Not Everybody Hates Chris, that show, the sketch comedy show back in fucking HBO. And what was interesting about that performance was the fact that if you guys try to like get the DVD of like the Chris Rock show, like the first season DVD, they actually have to like block that performance, because you know how Prince is with his copyrights and shit like that too. So the
Right.
best way. Oh, that's your microphone. Oh, that's your shit.
My
Okay.
bad.
No, you good. 'Cause I thought it was my record player going on by itself. So 'cause it did that before.
Is it
So
that
that's
before?
fine. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So that was your microphone. Okay, now that means
Yeah.
I'm at ease. Okay. So where was I? Okay, so where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, the Chris Rock show. So if you guys try to want to see him perform face down, the best way to watch is on YouTube, really, and stuff like that too. So you cannot find that in no DVD purpose releases or nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah. So fast forward to 1999, he took a chance on signing to a major label, Arista. Now, Arista Records, that was Clive Davis. Clive Davis was working on that. And
Right.
if you guys know about Clive Davis, you either love him or
Or you
you
hate
hate
it.
him.
Yep.
And he has done some good work too for artists. Don't get me wrong. He's done some very good work. This is the guy that put Janis Joplin out there. This is the guy that got Sly and the Family Stone a deal at Epic Records. This was the guy of. We're not even gonna mention Whitney Houston. We're not even gonna mention that.
Right.
But he did do some fucked up shit too, like commercially. If you work with him, he'll basically own your style. He would want all creative control.
Right.
And you know how Prince is when it comes to creative control. You guys know how he is, you know.
Yep.
Now, let's talk about this album for a minute. Believe it or not, this album was 10 years in the making. Like it was supposed to have came out in the second half. I want to say like in late 88 or early 89. And what ended up happening was that he felt like it wasn't, of course, he felt like it wasn't all good enough. You know how he is. He would record the whole album
And
and he
scrap
would put that shit in the vault, or as I like to call it, the Prince graveyard.
it.
And certain songs, like If I Had a Hero, Pink Cashmere,
Right.
yes, that Pink Cashmere. Um, Elephant and Flowers from Graffiti Bridge still would have stood the test of time. That was all supposed to have been on that album. So if I was to really characterize how that album was supposed to sound, it was supposed to maybe have like an artsy, stringy feel to it. I like with Pink Cashmere, if I had a harem and stuff like that, it just gave me those vibes.
Right.
But he ended up because around that late '80s, he was going through some money issues too. Because the Love Sexy tour, he had all this extravagant ass shit like a basketball court.
Right.
He had like elaborate stage plays and shit like that, and that kind of like hurt his money. So what did he do? He did the Batman soundtrack because he knew that would be like a commercial grab and shit like that. So he ended up reworking on this album literally 10 years later. Like he started working back at 98. And so he really wanted to make this album his commercial benefit. It was like his commercial benefit. Like he really wanted like to come back because he felt like the last previous years in the 90s, he was caught up in legal issues with Warner Brothers and stuff like that too.
Right.
And yeah, man, that's how the best way to put it. You know what I'm saying? And what was also interesting was there was actually a pay-per-view TV special called Rave Un2 the year 2000, which you guys should know about that when people, I think that was like one of the last times he performed 1999. It was a pretty solid concert. You had Rosie Gaines, Morris Day, Lenny Kravitz appear and shit like that too. Um, and he was doing like a lot more TV appearances, like I mentioned. Like he did an infamous appearance on TRL,
Yep. I
where
remember that.
yeah, he got into it with, I want to say, Carson Daly and shit. Oh man, yeah, man. This usually I'm gonna be real with you guys. When I first heard this album, I'm gonna be real. I did not like it, but I have a lot of interesting things to say now. But let's just talk about this album cover for a minute. Okay, so he's pretty much wearing like this faux wool jacket, just blue jacket or whatever. This is the era when he was rocking the Snoop Dogg No Limit braids, the Brat look. Y'all know that weird hairstyle he was doing in the late '90s and
Right.
shit. Yeah, man, and it's kind of crazy too because the album cover got some controversy because you know how PETA pretty much they were like, oh, why is he wearing all this faux wool and stuff like that? Save the animals and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So even though most people in PETA are not vegetarians, but that's another story for a different day. So yeah, not really that much to say. I think I covered everything I had to say about this album so far. So yeah, man. And you said this is your first time hearing this album too, right?
Yes, cause like the 2000s. I remember when those releases came out, but I didn't bother to hear any of them except for like a couple of them, like artificial intelligence and hit and run. 3121 I have, but I didn't hear like musicology and planet, was it Planet Earth or whatever.
Yeah.
Those albums I didn't hear. So this is like we're starting off with the 2000s, and I know a lot of Prince fans don't like his 2000 stuff.
Oh yeah.
So this is like the perfect way to discuss his 2000s work after his classic stuff in the late 70s and 80s and 90s. So I remember when this came out because he was on Good Morning America. He was on
Yep.
TRL. Did a huge promotional thing for this album, and him going to another major after he said he was done with majors. And signing with Arista and Clive Davis was still there at the time, and I remember when this came out, but I never listened to it. So I was like, yeah, let me listen to this and see how it is.
Yeah, I have not heard this album since like 2018. To be real with you, either. So
Cruise was good.
yeah, man. And it's kind of crazy. I know this album, his latter. I like the fact that his latter albums are now becoming on streaming services and stuff.
Right.
Even though I want the Black Album on streaming
And
service.
I think discussing his discography from the 2000s to when he passed away, we might find some gems in there. Like you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
good to go back and revisit these albums and see like yo, like maybe this album was really good and it should have gotten more promotion, or we overlooked this album because of his past history. So
right. Yeah, I definitely hear your point on that too, because there's some
yeah,
albums I dislike from him
hmm
in the past that I re-listened to,
yeah.
and I was like, okay, this shit is not that bad though.
Like Love Symbol, I didn't like Love Symbol when it first came out. When that
Oh
came
wow.
out in '93, I was disappointed. But that album grew on me over the years,
Yeah.
and now it's like one of my favorites. And I didn't think I was gonna say that like 20 something years later, but Love Symbol is a dope album. Chaos and Disorder, that was another one I didn't like, and then that grew on me over the years. I know that's not like one of his best albums, but like he was doing a lot of those albums at the time to get out of that contract with Warner Brothers. But I think we could appreciate even the overlooked albums. They might be underrated gems that people slept on. That it's good to go back and revisit and discuss. So,
So let me ask you a question.
mhm.
Are you gonna have the same energy when we talk about LL Cool J's Definition tomorrow?
I want to
Cause
say I can play Definition over Phenomenon. I'm
okay.
gonna just say that. I didn't like
Oh,
Phenomenon. I just thought Phenomenon that was like his shiny suit era album. I mean, cause Puffy overlooked that album for him, and
yes, you
it
did.
just sounds like Puffy all over that album
You
compared to
right.
definite. My problem with the problem I had with Definition was Timbaland was the main producer for that album, but he gave him throwaway beats. But that's a whole different story.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that later today.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so 17 tracks. Let's get this shit started. Rave Unto the Joy Fantastic. That was the first song off the album. Um, believe it or not, he actually almost scrapped this song because he said it almost sounded like Kiss to him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It do sound familiar, but I couldn't really put my I couldn't really like say what song. It sounded like more than one song that I heard before from him.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, man. Very, very dope track. I love that the guitar lit and everything like that. So I fuck with it.
I think it's a dope song to start the album off. The beat was dope. The guitars. You got like some real spacey sounds on the track. You got Prince singing in his high falsetto voice. Definitely a great opener for the album.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Which brings us to our next track, Undisputed, featuring Chuck D. I don't like the way he was singing on this track. I'm gonna be real with y'all.
Mm.
He was singing like he was a member of Backstreet Boys. Like I can that. Like I didn't like the way he was singing that track. But Chuck D doing the ad libs, of course, Chuck D, the legend.
Yes.
It's definitely love the Public Enemy breakdown we did the other day.
Yes.
Yeah, so. This one was okay. I wasn't really too big on this one.
And he had a dope verse on it as well. Like to hear Chuck D from, the legendary Public Enemy on a Prince album. That was just crazy.
Right.
And it starts off like a cappella, and then it picks up with the beat, and we got like the DJ scratching on it and the keys, and it has like a EDM type of sound to it.
Yeah, I
And the
agree.
beat comes in like around 2 minutes and like 30 seconds, and the chorus, you got the chorus NPG, get rowdy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got Chuck D. He drops his verse and he says, last band standing, got a knack for overstanding, course of planning, and he was just in Chuck D mode on this track, and it was just great to hear like two legends on a track finally. So
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Um, by the way, if you guys have not heard, check out the Prince cover of "Fight the Power." It was like a live performance we did in '99.
oh wow, I never heard
Very
that.
dope shit.
He did a whole cover of Fight the Power by
Yeah,
himself.
yeah,
Wow, never heard that.
yeah, man. I think I heard that once on YouTube. If I find it, I'll definitely send it to you.
Okay.
Next track, "The Greatest Romance Ever Sold." Um, I want to be real with you guys. I like the song. It's actually one of my favorite Prince songs from this album. But the Adam and Eve remix with Eve,
Yes.
where he used the "Flavor in Your Ear" sample,
Mm-hmm. That was
that
better.
should have been on the album. Dead ass.
What I it's supposed to be a hidden track.
Yeah.
After Pretty Man, it's supposed to be a hidden track.
Well, that's only on a Japanese edition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I gotta get the Japanese version then. Eric, where
Yep.
you at?
Yep. Fuck Japanese. But yeah. This track right here, "Greatest Romance Ever Sold," pretty much a nice little R&B, quiet storm kind of track.
Right.
It low key kind of reminds me of somebody from the Emancipation album in a weird way, just based off that beat.
Mhm.
So yeah, I fuck with this track.
Yeah, I like it. This was like the only single released. Unfortunately, it was a huge song when it came out. I definitely thought it's one of his better songs for the 2000s. And it was dope. I like the remix better, like with Eve, the Adam and Eve remix, and that's great. That just for that alone, I would purchase the album. I just thought that was like a dope ass remix with Eve, and she's on another song on the album. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Um, Now we're gonna get into. I'm not gonna talk about the segues. I'm not gonna talk
yeah.
about those on this album.
That didn't really. It was just like a little skit. It didn't really matter.
Yeah. All right, now I'm gonna get ironically hot with you, featuring Eve. I'm gonna be real with you. This song was okay too,
Mm-hmm.
even though I like Eve's verse. I I don't know. I don't know. I just felt like it was
It
alright.
wasn't good. I like it. I think to again like to have like Eve, the Rough Rider Eve at that time. The Pitbull in the Skirt Eve, and to be on the Prince album on two tracks, that says a lot. Like that, this is a dope song to me. I like the bass line on here, and the synthesizer. You got Prince singing, "I want to get you to do something that you thought you never do, like dancing in front of my headlights on a hot summer night nude. I want to get hot with you." And Eve with her verse, and she says, "Can't front sexually. I like a sample, but I don't think I'm ready for you to make me an example." And I thought it was a great collab. You know what I'm saying? I wish they did a video for this, because like just to have Eve like working alongside Prince was dope.
Yeah, man. Definitely, yeah, because Eve at that time was on fire at that time
Yes,
too.
definitely. Her first album is great.
I just find it ironic that both Eve and Gwen Stefani was on this album.
Well, he remember he on when we talked about the Rocksteady album from No Doubt, he was on there with Gwen. They did a
Right, that
song
is
together.
true. Yeah,
Yeah. So they've done stuff in the past.
that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was like what I think the first time that he and him and Gwen worked together too.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Cause Rocksteady came after that.
Right.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna get into Tangerine. This song was it was alright. It was not really one of my favorites on this album. And they didn't really care for that beat, to be real with you.
Right. And it was a short track. It's like a short acoustic track. It should have been a full song to me, but I just felt like it could have been longer. It felt more like a interlude.
Exactly. Then we're gonna get into So Far So Pleased, featuring Gwen Stefani. Maybe my favorite track off this album. I say maybe because I don't even know if I have a favorite track, but it's probably not close to my favorite one. So look it.
Right.
This one right here was really like I want to say from what I looked at, one of the first times where Gwen Stefani actually did some guest appearance on somebody else's work solo wise instead.
Right.
Because at that time, she was still on No Doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And when it came out the late '90s and 2000s, like their sound pretty much changed and stuff like that. They got more poppy and shit too. So
Right.
pretty much, this song right here was pretty dope. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Loved the beat to it. Definitely got to talk about more No Doubt albums too.
Oh yes, for sure. Tragic Kingdom,
Yes,
great album. Would love to talk about that one. Um, they even like the latter. I know I don't really think they have a bad album. There's albums I prefer more than others.
yes,
But
I
as far as
agree.
like a whack, I've never heard a whack album from No Doubt. So even like with Gwen's solo stuff, I thought her first album was great too. So
Hmm.
this was a good collab, a nice alternative rock sounding track. It was real funky. I love the guitar solo by Prince on here, and the singing between both of them was great. And I thought it was. I would have loved to see a video for this. I thought it should have been a single. It's definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. And I just like that chorus where they like both singing so far so pleased. I like the way you touch me. I like the way you tease, and it was a great collab with Gwen.
Yeah, I definitely do with you on that. Yeah, man, and mind you, um, I think like 1 year later, "Let Me Blow Your Mind" came out, right?
Yeah, that's one of Eve's biggest hits.
Yes.
Gwen's biggest hits with her and Eve.
Yeah, man. 6 Degrees of Prince.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're gonna get into the sun, the moon, and the stars. Very, very, very good track right here. Oh, I forgot to mention about So Far So Pleased.
Mm,
This was actually supposed to have been a single,
mm.
but her label, Gwen Stefani's label, they felt like her being on a Prince track would hurt the sales of the upcoming No Doubt album too
Oh
and
wow.
shit too. So Interscope pretty much vetoed that.
How could hurting doing a collab with Prince hurt your sales?
Because at that time Prince was not like the most commercially successful motherfucker.
But it's Prince. He's a legend. I mean, if Stevie Wonder, when was the last time Stevie Wonder had a album on the charts? So if you work with Stevie Wonder, is he gonna hurt your sales?
Well, technically, Stevie was still doing dope because that I don't know. Jimmy Allen Jr. is just an asshole.
Oh man.
'Cause, Stevie Wonder was doing much better because he had that Natural Wonder album that came out in
Right.
'95
Right.
and shit like that. That had that song "For Your Love," which was a
Hmm.
dope track. Um, that's an album I didn't even talk about one day.
At that point, Jimmy Iovine was just stuck on Aftermath and Dr. Dre and whatever he was doing. He didn't care
Yeah,
about nobody else at that time.
yeah. Once Dre and Eminem came out, it was like fuck everybody.
Yeah, cause they made like the most money together and dating back to Death Row.
Right. Like IOV, he got that Tupac money. He told Dre, yeah, you'll be good.
Yeah,
You'll be good no matter what. You'll be good and shit. But you
exactly.
know what? Now we're gonna get into the sun, the moon, the stars. Sorry about that. Very nice song. I love this song. It has like a very smoothly, quiet, stormy kind of track right there.
Hmm.
Um, Very dope song. Love it.
Yeah, it was real melodic, real bouncy. You got like a nice beat. You got some finger snaps in it. The bass line was dope. You got like waves of the ocean in the background of the track. The one part I didn't like was when he started singing with a Jamaican accent. That I didn't like that part.
What's what part?
That like the part like towards the end of the track where he starts like singing in a Jamaican accent.
Oh God.
I didn't like that part. I'm like, come on, Prince. That just sound bad. But I like the chorus and it was a dope song. This is like another one of my favorites on here.
Yes. Now we're gonna get to the Sheryl Crow cover. Every day is a winding road. This was a Sheryl Crow song from the '96 self-titled album. Definitely gotta hear that shit. I actually like a few Sheryl Crow stuff.
I've
So,
never heard none of her albums.
uh,
What is she considered? Is she considered like alternative rock?
to me, she's a mixture of rock and country.
What do you think she is, Sam? I know Sam would probably know. Like, what is she considered to you? Like country?
I would,
Yeah, I always thought she was like country rock or something.
I mean, her earlier shit had a unique mixture of country and rock,
Hmm.
but then towards the latter career, she got more poppy
Right.
in a weird way. But that Tuesday Night Music Club album, the first album, All I Want to Do, that's my shit.
That was a big hit.
That's my
I
fucking
actually
shit.
like that song, but I never like heard the album though.
Yeah. And ironically, she never liked that song, All I Want to Do.
She never liked it, right? That's how it
Nah.
usually is. Like they don't like the big pop hits they do.
This ain't no disco. I love that beat in the end. Ah,
You
man.
said you're not a fan of Sheryl Crow. Well, can't
I
argue with that.
figured. Yeah. But yeah, Sheryl Crow, she like country, rock, pop.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, you know,
I thought it was a good song. Like it sounded like a country rock song, but it sounded like it was more tailor made for Sheryl Crow than Prince.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was real funky. Like they had like a nice. Wait, is this the Sheryl Crow song we talking about? Every day's a winding road. That's is it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, it was real funky. You got Prince saying, I've been swimming in the sea of anarchy. I've been living off compliments and herbal tea. I've been wondering if all the things I ever seen or ever read. So I mean, I thought it was a dope song. Like it was different for Prince, like even for his sound, because I don't remember too many like of these type of like country rock songs he's done.
Right.
You know.
I know Emancipation, he did a cover of Joan Osborne's All of Us Too, which
Hmm.
I personally did not like that cover.
Right.
I never liked that song.
Right.
What if God was one of us? Oh, please. Oh, please. Shit. That's like one of those late 90s poppy, sanctimonious songs I cannot fucking stand. But yeah. Anyway.
Hold up. So Sheryl Crow's on two songs?
Yeah. Well, technically, she's only on one song. This is just a cover of a Sheryl Crow song.
Okay, so Baby Knows. I thought Baby Knows had Sheryl Crow on there.
That did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm getting confused. Okay, so I'm Baby Knows for me was a country rock song. Like this song was more time inspired to me. The
Right.
every day is
Yeah.
winding road. Okay, yeah. This song, my bad. I didn't know Sheryl Crow's on this song though, but this song to me was more. It felt more like a time. It's something like a song at the time would have done. It was real funky. Had a real nice bounce to it. Nice bass line, nice pianos. This is one of my favorite songs. The other one with Sheryl Crow, that's the country rock song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Now we're gonna get into the Man of War.
Yeah.
What did I think of this track? This was a solid track, actually. You know what I'm saying? I love the way he was singing on this one and shit like that. This was actually a promotional single,
Oh wow.
so that's why it probably didn't enter the charts. But this is actually one of my favorite songs on this album, next to
Right.
So Far So Pleased.
Right. And it was a real nice beat. I like the nice guitar solo that he played on it.
Yes.
It sounded like a real R&B song. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like not a rock song or a hybrid. It was like a real R&B song sung by Prince, and it was dope.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Um, You already said you what you had to say about Baby No, so
Baby, yeah, Baby knows that's the country rock song. I'm like, yo, so he had like artists on like various different songs on this album. I didn't know Sheryl Crow was on another one.
yep.
Cause shit, like they didn't put her name on that. They only put her name for Baby Knows.
Well, yeah, because Every Day is a Wonder Go. That's a cover. She's not actually on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, this was like a country, more of like a country rock song for Sheryl Crow, but she's singing on it with Prince, and you got you know, Prince. Well, they both singing on the chorus like "Baby Knows." She stroked me up and never down. Baby knows, whisper sexiness in my ear. I'm just a junkie for the sound, and yeah, this is like more of like a country rock song featuring Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. Yeah, I feel like it's a solid song too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love you, but I don't trust you anymore. Featuring Annie DeFranco. Um, hmm. This was okay. It felt more like it could have been on the Emancipation album
Right.
and stuff like that. Like, cause you know, like that was when he was writing like a lot about my head said and then the baby that they lost.
Right. I did get those vibes. It sounded like he was like singing to Maite on this.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like just by with the lyrics, like when he's saying like I could tell from the moment you walked in the room that it wasn't your dress you had on, that wasn't your perfume, and what happened to the ring that I gave you. What am I to assume? That's all Maite he's talking about.
oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And I thought it was a great ballad. Like he sung it beautifully. His voice sounds like real passionate and vulnerable on the song. Like you can tell he was hurt.
yep.
And I thought it was a great song.
And I think around this time that they divorced around this time too,
Right. That's right.
because you know they separated.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronnie, it's funny how you mentioned Larry Graham too, because around this time, you know, he was really cool with Larry Graham, and he actually got Prince to become a Jehovah's Witness, which I'm gonna save that when we talk about the Rainbow Children and shit.
Okay. That's
Mm.
another one I haven't heard yet. So this is like a musical journey into the 2000 stuff for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Rainbow Children will probably be in July and shit too.
Okay.
So I really cannot wait to talk about that one. Um, so you both said we were just about I love you, but
Yeah.
I don't trust you
Yeah,
anymore.
I thought it was what it's definitely one of my favorites on here because I think it was a beautiful ballad for me.
Yeah. Track number 14, Silly Game. Vocally, one of his best tracks on this album.
Hmm.
Like the way he was singing on this shit was very dope. Um, yeah, this could have also been a single too, if
Right.
you ask me.
I agree. And again it's like he sounded hurt. Like, but it's almost like he sounded hurt, but he was wise enough to know that he was being played. Like
Right.
like the woman was like playing games with him, and he just had enough. And you know when him singing, you know, but there you were bragging to your friends, making up a story that's so lame. And I was down to be your sugar daddy, one way ticket to ghetto fame. Why do we play this silly game? And I thought it was a dope song. I love the orchestra arrangements on it. It had a nice beat, nice guitars. Another one of my favorites on here.
Yes, yes. Um, Track number 14, Strange but True. Um, Again, this was like another cool song too. I feel like with this track right here, if this was another one that could have also been a single, but yeah, it just probably wasn't really pushed right.
Yeah, nice, definitely nice beat, real funky track. We got like the DJ scratches on it. You know, Prince is rapping on this one. He's saying, "Yeah, yeah, I got your package, but when I try to write you back, I bailed." See, trying to express the future, sometimes language fails, and you know, he had like his little poetry raps going on in this song. So I thought it was cool.
I agree. Track number 16, Wherever You Go, Whatever You Do. Um, this one was okay. This one was kind of a bit too slow. I ain't feel this one like that.
This to me should have been a single too. It should have been because it was like 3 minutes long. It was short and to the point. I thought it could have been at least a third single on this album. Prince saying "Say what you mean and mean what you say." The price for unbroken hearts is too much to pay, and it had a nice beat, nice guitars in it. I thought it could have been a single.
Respect, respect. And the last track is a hidden track called Petty Pretty Man. This one was another okay song. I don't know if I would have ended off of this track here, but it is what it is.
I think it had a nice beat, nice horn solo. Again, it's another a song that reminded me of the time. Like I could see the time playing on this, or even doing this song. And you got Prince saying, "If you want to be my lady, got to tell me so." Overconfident lady, better act like you know. That definitely real funky and a great way to end this album off.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. Um, yeah, like I said, when I first heard this album, I really did not like it. Like most of the like the guest appearances and the more R&B lean to it that this whole album had. But overall, now re-listening to it now, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It's not really as bad.
Right.
Personally, it's better than a lot of other Prince albums from the 90s, like Chaos and Disorder.
Yep.
I'll possibly, believe it or not, I would even throw in Emancipation, believe it or not.
Right. I've never heard that one either.
Oh boy, yeah, you're gonna
And
be
I know, and that's like three. That's a three disc
three
one.
disc album.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. And like I said, there's some tracks I would have still like taken off. Like some track I would have not really kept, but at the same time, this whole album, in my opinion, is a pretty solid way to end off a crazy decade of legal issues,
Right.
of changing with the times or whatnot. And what's crazy too about this whole album was the fact that this was his only album on Arista Records, because
Right.
he was disappointed with the commercial outcome of it all. I think that he wanted out of Arista and shit too. So, cause around this like the late '90s, he was kind of like going through like the divorce from Maite and all that shit too, and then also, like I said, I mean, he was still touring. I mean, he was still touring and shit like that too. He was still doing his thing, but it was just like, damn, it was just like this whole album was. It could have been something good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at that time, it could have been, according to Chris, it could have been something good. It could have been something
Right.
great. And so, like I said, this was the last album that he did a whole love symbol. So I'm gonna give this like probably like a 3.5 out of 5.
I think this album surprised me. For the amount of promotion it got, it should have been more singles instead of just one, and I blame Arista for that. And also like the music landscape was changing as well in the 2000s, and I think a lot of the fans probably stopped. They ignored him when he came over to Arista. I mean, especially his longtime fans. If you for so long was fighting for your freedom as an artist, and then you finally get it and leave Warner Brothers, and then you quick to sign with Arista, who's another major label, and I'm pretty sure he had like fans that was like pissed off about that, and they probably didn't even check for the album. But I think it should have been more singles. But to me, it was a solid album. It's a nice mix of funk and rock and R&B, and you got your dance, and the songs are good. I don't care for the skits. I think the skits can be left off. But I like. There's a lot of songs I like on here. Great Story Never Told. Silly Game. Wherever you go, whatever you do. So far, so pleased. I love you, but I don't trust you anymore. The title track. I think it was a solid album. I definitely will give it 4 mics.
Yeah, this album, I feel like the album kind of aged better than
Yeah,
a lot of his other albums from the
yeah,
90s too.
I agree.
Shit. All right. What time is it? Oh, wow, we still early. Okay, I'm gonna stay on to about 1 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah, man.
the album is out of print.
They not they it recently got reissued.
It's available on vinyl, but it's out of put on CD.
Oh no, it's on put on
It's out of.
CD.
Oh, okay, okay,
Hmm.
cool.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I was so close to actually getting the remastered version, which
Right,
it was that one day I got hella CDs. And I don't know why I thought I had this album, but it was the Rainbow Children
right.
I got. And I was like, I'm not gonna pass that album and switch
Yeah,
to. Actually, no,
they
I ordered Rainbow Children online. I'm tripping.
right. They re-released Rave on vinyl. It's on purple vinyl.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I definitely wouldn't mind having this album. I thought it was good.
you know what?
One album deal with Arista, and he says, "Okay, I'm gonna give you a solid album. Y'all just ain't promoted the right way like they should have."
Yeah, you know, at that time, the thing, Arista was going through some merging stuff too around that time.
Well, I mean, they did the same thing with Next. Like their second album, they only released "Wifey" as a single. They didn't give them no other singles from that second album. So I think at that point it was probably time for Clive Davis to leave and do his own thing.
Yeah,
Better record label, Arista or Motown.
Motown.
Motown got the more legends on that label.
Yeah, I'm looking up the wrenches right now. So
Sam want that wrench. Sam, you actually gonna use it? Cause you never kicked out nobody off of my channel.
like, I don't understand why I can't give nobody a wrench here. That's the thing.
You should be able to.
All right, let me try. I'm gonna try one more time. If not, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Better businessman Clive Davis or Barry Gordy? Well, I think I would go to Clive because Barry Gordy's ripped off his artists.
Yeah. Say what you want about Clyde, but Barry, man. mm, yeah, I don't know why I can't give him. I'm trying to look up Google, but Google talk about YouTube live stream. I don't want to do no YouTube live streaming. I just want to give a wrench to motherfuckers and shit.
What's your favorite patty? Oh, they talking to each other.
Mm. Have you been watching that BET show with like the girls having a girl group, whatever?
Nah, what? When did that come on?
It still coming like 2 weeks ago.
What's the name of it?
Hold on, let me look it up. Hold on.
Cause I know ABC is coming out with with their version of a girl group with Eve and Brandy. Um, I think Notori Norton is gonna be on that show as well. Like it's gonna be like an all girl rap group.
Yeah, it's called BET Presents the Encore.
Is that the one with the super group with
Yeah,
Toto and I heard about that. I didn't see it. What is it like a reality show?
yeah,
I didn't see it. So they just started.
yeah.
Is it good?
I mostly just watch Ashley Miller reviews on the show because
Hmm.
I'm not really a big reality TV show fan like that no more.
Right. Yeah. I
Shout
mean,
out to Ashley Miller.
I
Make
thought
sure
they
you
stopped doing that shit.
you said what?
I said I thought they stopped doing shit like that. I mean, cause I remember watching R&B Divas for like the first couple seasons, and I didn't really care for that show either. It was just a whole bunch of fighting, and then like when we talked about the Selena Johnson unsung, she was like they were making shit up just on that show,
Yeah,
and she was tired of it, and that's why she left. And so like shows like that I don't watch anymore.
yeah. I don't really watch reality TV shows like that because they always like to put black women against one another.
I think you gotta. I'm trying to remember how I gave Ronnie and Sam wrenches. I don't know if I did it from the phone or if I did it on the live stream. 'Cause I know you could do it from your phone too. Like when you're watching the live stream, you can click on their name and make them mods or whatever.
Did you go on StreamYard to do it, or did you go on YouTube to do it?
I don't remember because it was such a long time ago. I don't remember when it was like the very like early when I started the channel that I gave them wrenches. So I don't I want to say I did it from the phone though. Like when I like you can watch your own when you're watching your own stream on the phone, you can click their name while they're in the like looking back at the stream and make them mods, and like they'll get the notice when they come on.
Yeah,
So I want to say it was like I was watching like one of the live streams like the playback, and then I just made them the mods on it.
yeah. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm really trying to get mine, but
But you should try like after you watch the playback and you see all the comments, like click on their names and double click their name, and you should be able to make them mods on there.
okay.
I want to
So
say that's how I did it. 'Cause I remember taking the wrench from back from Sam, and he noticed it, and then I gave it to him again. So I want to say it was like while I was on the phone I did that.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier instead of just like putting on your laptop or whatever. That was a long time ago though. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Favorite B side from Prince.
Oh
Ooh,
shit, too many.
17 days.
I don't know what's considered a B side from Prince. You know what I'm saying? I know you got a lot.
Pretty much like the unreleased, well, not unreleased tracks,
Mm-hmm.
songs that was popular that was not on
She
singles.
she lives in
Or
my
not
hair. Was
on
that a B
albums,
side?
excuse me.
She lives in my hair.
Yeah, she's always in my hair. That was
She's
a
always
B.
in my head. Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
great one. Yeah, but he wasn't coming on though. Like I had made Eric a mod, but he wasn't coming on like that. Like now we see him more often, but he wasn't coming on like that. I don't want to make don't make nobody a mod that's not gonna be here often. Just to make them a mod. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you make BJ a mod, he would have to be here often. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it would have to be people that's here on the regular.
Mm.
And Prince got too many B sides. We could do like a whole episode on favorite Prince B sides and shit.
I would, but a lot of Prince fans already do that. Already did that
Oh,
shit. So
they
I'm
done
not.
that already?
You said what?
They've done that already?
Yeah, a lot of people don't do that shit.
Hey, they had that coming, Sam. That wasn't my fault. That just when you want to act stupid on here, that's what's gonna happen.
First of all, I didn't get rid of nobody. You did.
I
That's
did.
you
I
did.
did.
I ain't get rid of nobody. I don't know what you're
You
talking
know,
about.
you try to be nice to dudes, and then they want to act up and talk shit. So that's what happens. Better producer, Dame Grease or Buck Wild. I got Buck Wild, man.
Wow.
I just listened to a new Buck Wild project. It was him and Sonny Jim. They got like a new album out together. It's fire. But I would expect nothing less from Buck Wild because he always has fire on beats. You know.
Give me 1 second. Let me go
Yeah.
downstairs. Right.
A whack name, right? Better lyricist, Prodigy and Nas. I gotta go with Nas, man. Prodigy is great, a legend. You can't put him up against Nas because I'm gonna always pick Nas over Prodigy. You know, and Prodigy is great. Easily top five, top 10 all time. Great solo discography in my opinion. Now you say Prodigy versus Sean Price. That's hard. That's a hard one. Who you got? Who you picking? Prodigy or Sean Price? I don't know because they both had great albums on solo wise to me. He's great. He deserved to be in top three. I have no problem with people putting him in top three. He's great. A lot of hip hop quotables forever. I'm a huge Prodigy fan. Like when you think of Mobb Deep, you think of Prodigy. Havoc is a great producer. Well, he was to me a great producer. Cool G Rap, definitely. We doing the G Rap discography breakdown. That's gonna be in July. Definitely. That's what it's about. What y'all been listening to? Better act. You always ask us this. Better actress, Vivica Fox or Pam Grier? And I always say Pam Grier. Still great. But Vivica Fox was sexy at one point, and then she went under the knife and got all this plastic surgery done. She don't look the same no more. It's like she's afraid of getting old. Metallica. Like, salute to Reg for that. I'm only doing that because Reg wants me to do it. Because I'm not a heavy metal fan, so you know what I mean. I respect Metallica for what they've done. They're legends, but I'll be lying if I told you I was like a heavy metal fan, and I don't know a lot about Metallica like that. But I'm doing it because the homie asked me to do it. So yeah, Nas is great, man. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I do. I do plan on doing not all of their albums, just like certain ones, like 21st century breakdown and American Idiot. I will discuss those because those are like some of my favorite ones from them. Even like the Uno Dos Tres albums, I like those as well.
What y'all talking about?
Green Day,
Huh?
Green Green Day.
Oh,
Ray Sean is asking me, am I doing any Green Day reviews?
better you than me.
You think the Definition is his worst album? Nah, I don't think so. Hell no. His worst album compared to Phenomenon and Exit 13 and all that other shit he had out. The 10 album and all that.
Well, I haven't heard Definition in a while, so
Dookie. I don't have Dookie though, but I'm not gonna discuss all the albums though. Like just certain ones. Dookie, yeah, we could discuss that. I thought we had discussed that before though. Insomniac. I'm trying to remember if I heard Insomniac. I wasn't fully invested in them at around that time. It was more like later on. Definition of 10. I think 10 was his was worse than Definition. But I mean shit. It none of those albums after Goat were great. So it's like pick your poison. You want to listen to 10 or you want to listen to Definition.
sure, I'll be legit with that.
You know what I'm saying?
What
It's
about
like
top
it's like
three?
when albums are that bad, you don't even need to go back and revisit them. Like you already know what how they sound. They just leave like a lasting imprint in your brain. Like I don't even need to go back and listen to 10 or Definition. Like it was that bad. Green Day is great, man. I love the group. You know, I don't like all their albums now. Like they recent stuff I could skip, but they have some classics. Reg, better vocalist, James Hetfield or David Lee Roth. I think you asked him that before.
James. No, he didn't ask me this one
Oh,
before.
okay,
But James from 83 to 88.
right, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that for now.
You got to think about it, right?
Yeah, cause well, Metallica, they even at that high, sometimes they can
Mm,
have some things I have to side eye about.
right.
We'll talk about James in the Black Album. Let's do that.
90s Green Day, yeah, 90s Green Day was huge, man.
All this time, I feel left out. I don't even remember which.
I
Y'all
mean,
know.
like I was just saying to Sam, I'm not a heavy metal fan. I'm not a Metallica fan. I'm doing these discussions because the homie Reg asked me. So that's the only reason. So it's like I would feel some type of way if I asked Reg to do Green Day shit and he don't listen to Green Day. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, by all means, if he come to me one day and say like, "Yo, let's discuss Green Day," I'm down to do it.
Well, it's gonna be a cold day in hell. Cause that's like one of the artists I said I was never gonna talk about on this channel just because I'm not a fan of him.
Right. Exactly. I don't. You know what I'm saying? It has to be genuine. I don't want you to feel. I don't want to like discuss shit that I don't listen to. Like I'm listening to Metallica. Maybe I might like their shit. You never know. Like when we talk about the Kiss stuff, there's Kiss albums that I like that their real fans don't like.
That reminds me. That was another discography breakdown I wanted to do at one point.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So you never know until you listen to it. So I like listening to the Metallica albums. I'm not a fan, but I might there might be some albums that I might listen to down the line that I might end up liking that maybe the true fans don't like from them. Ray Sean said, "Can you do a discography of Jade?" Jade only got like what, like two albums?
Yeah, I only do breakdowns for 4 albums or more.
Yeah, cause I had the second one on cassette back in the day, and I never got the first one.
I mean, I can do a double review on the album.
Yeah,
I don't mind doing that, but that's gonna be like far down the line.
the name Green Day came from smoking weed. I didn't know that. Sam knows all the history behind these groups.
That's one thing I like about Sam and Ronnie.
You all need to bring your ass on here then. You like these groups.
Ooh, Ronnie, very good question. Ali Woodson or David Ruffin? I'm gonna have to go with David, but Ali got the edge. I was just listening to that "Treat Her Like a Lady" song.
Of course he was.
You said what?
Of course he was.
Well, why you say that?
It just sounds like a song you would listen to before you go to bed, yo. Like, let me listen to this song.
Now I always listen to it in the morning.
Oh, the morning song?
Yeah, I don't know, man. The Ali Woodson era of the Temptation does not get talked about. I'm sorry.
Better lyricist Mac 10 or Ice Cube? I'm going with Cube.
Q.
Sam Fields is like his Mac 10. Okay.
Oh wow.
Mac 10 is dope. He's another one that I don't hear too many people talk about his discography like that.
To me, his first two albums are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Based on a true story. I was fire. I need to get that one.
Speaking of Mac 10, I was listening to that first album a couple
Hmm.
days ago. That shit was fire.
Yes. Definitely. Classic. West Coast classic, man.
That's like ignorant rap at its finest.
Mm-hmm. Makai was good.
Oh, what's up, Alonzo?
Definitely a classic, man. Chicken Hawk.
Oh, hey, Alonzo, you like the Temptations, right? I'm debating if I want to go Ubering tonight. Nigga gotta pay his car note this week. So.
Right.
Better storyteller, Slick Rick, or Ghostface?
Ghostface.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ghost too.
Oh, he said he was listening to the review.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's dope. I like the album. I think it's solid.
Which one?
The Prince album you talked about?
Oh,
The Rave album?
oh yeah. Yeah, actually go on me, man.
Yeah.
Respect, Alonzo. I feel you.
Right.
And ironically, I'm listening to this album before I go to bed too. Shit. Better vocalist, David Bowie or Paul McCartney? Oh, David Bowie. Bowie is God.
Bowie. Of course you would say Bowie.
Bowie is God.
Oh boy.
Like it's like certain artists. You ask me a question, I'm gonna be biased. Like D'Angelo, Bowie, Stone, Miles Davis. It's
I
like
like
they can really do no wrong to me.
I like Paul, but I like mostly Paul stuff with the Beatles.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Paul is dope too. I like Paul too.
Blackstreet or Drew Hill. Blackstreet for me.
Believe it or not, I'm gonna go with Drew Hill. Yeah, I said Cisco. Cause I feel like I enjoyed their albums more than Blackstreet. You know, I like Blackstreet's albums, like their
Yeah.
first two albums only,
Yeah. I agree.
and I like Drew Hill's first two albums only too. But yeah,
Right. Hey, that would be a good versus, huh? Blackstreet and Drew Hill.
yeah, but you might never get it.
Of course not.
Mind you, they didn't even announce the whole July shit. That whole Tony Braxton, man. When I
Right.
found out that shit was fake, I
I
was
thought that
pissed.
was real.
Nah, it's fake.
That's crazy.
80s George Michael and 90s George Michael. Ronnie, I can't even answer that to be real with you.
80s. Cause
Mm,
Faith came out like 80s, right? It was like in the 80s.
87. Yep.
87, yes. I love Faith. That's a classic album. I like the second one too, Freedom Without Prejudice.
Yeah.
That's a dope album.
That might be my favorite one, maybe.
Yeah. You can't go
Maybe.
wrong with either one of those two.
I even liked Older from 96 too.
That one I never heard. The older one. I never heard that one.
Yeah, man.
That was dope.
Damn, the good ones die young.
Mm-hmm. Tevin or Case.
Heaven.
Damn. That's a tough. I like Case. I like a lot of Case albums. Shit. Well, my favorite Terran album is I'm Ready, but Case, I fuck with a lot of Case, man. Personal Conversation,
Yeah, that one was dope.
the self titled one from was it 96, 95.
Hmm.
That was a great album too. Case is underrated, man.
Oh yeah, but to me,
Yeah,
Tevin is
Terran is great.
a maestro. He's like a
Yeah,
prodigy.
definitely. He should have had more albums out. I don't know why he stopped.
For real. Oh man, can you imagine if Tevin would have came back?
Hmm.
Let me. If he would have dropped an album right now
Right. I
with the
don't think he would. I
baby
don't
face.
think he would. He. I don't now. I don't think he would. He would get the. I don't think people would pay attention now though.
The R&B kind of you will embrace him. Like if he
Right.
had Babyface, Jimmy
Right.
Jam, and Terry Lewis.
Like in the '90s, you should have came out with more stuff. Like I thought, like if he was working with like R. Kelly and the Trackmasters, you know what I'm saying?
That Back to the World album is so sinister.
Yeah,
I need to hear the self-titled album.
that was a good one too. That was a
Oh,
good
you
one.
like that one?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Okay, because I don't know. I was kind of hesitant because I was like, it's a late '90s album.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Wyclef did some stuff on that album too.
On the self-titled one?
I saw some producer cut. Yeah,
Oh shit, I don't remember.
I don't know. That's why I was kind of
Wait
hesitant.
a minute. I'm thinking the debut album was a self-titled. That's not the self-titled one.
No, that was just called Tevin
So the self-title came out. When was that?
'99. That was just
Oh,
Kevin
not I didn't
Campbell.
hear that one.
Oh, you didn't hear that one?
Nah, I thought you were talking
Oh,
about the first album. My bad.
oh no, the first album was dope.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I'm
Silk,
hesitant about the 1999 one.
Silk or Jagged Edge. I got Jagged Edge.
I got Silk.
Silk was dope. Sam said neither. Uh,
No, Silk
112
is
and
very
BBD. Oh
underrated.
man, I got BBD, man. I'm not going against no addition.
Oh yeah, BBD.
112 was dope though. Like they have some slept on albums too. Sam don't like R&B, huh?
He likes funk.
Genuine or Raheem? Jaheim?
Genuine.
Who's a better singer? I got Jaheim, but I like Genuine's albums more. He said neither.
Have I ever told y'all the story about how I used to compare in food to get free food?
What? What you mean?
Like sometimes, if I had bad service, I give them three strikes, right?
Mm.
After the three strikes, I take some hair, put in my food or some shit like that,
Oh my
and they'd be
god!
like, "Yo, yo,
And you saying this on the air?
hey, fuck it."
You're saying this on a live stream? Oh my god!
It was years
Please,
ago.
please edit this live stream after it's finished.
It's all good.
I like all. Oh, he likes all R&B and soul music. So you're not really a fan of like the '90s R&B.
Mm.
That's funny.
Yeah, y'all know me, man.
This.
I don't do that shit no more.
Oh my god! Why did you do that anyway?
Cause they gave me bad service. It was like bad service in restaurants and shit.
What do you mean? I don't understand. Oh, so you go to a restaurant and what they took too long to make your food?
I mean, if the waiter or waitress was had attitude,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really check on me if I try to get their attention or some
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. And
Oh,
I used to be a waiter myself.
I see. So you would take a hair and put it in your food and then make them go back and do it over. Oh, okay. I'm thinking I'm like, what about here, though? It's real. And that's why I never been big on like restaurants. Like once in a blue, going out to eat with your family and stuff is cool. But I've done that, but I'm not big on restaurants. Like I rather home cooked meals. Especially now when COVID, it's like I don't trust it. I don't trust going to no restaurants now.
Yeah, restaurants be
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Okay, it's 1 o'clock.
Tony Terry or Glenn Jones.
Glenn Jones.
Music or anything. I got music. I love music stuff, man. Yeah, I love Mary J. Mary J is the queen of hip hop soul, man. Like she's like the best. Like she and R. Kelly, I could listen to all the time when it comes to R&B, like 90s R&B. Neo or Lloyd, I don't like neither of them. Not a fan of neither of them.
Mm.
I know more Neo songs than Lloyd though, but I don't have none of his albums. I don't have none. Like I'm
I'm
not
gonna go
rushing.
with Lloyd.
Huh? You going with
I'm gonna
Lloyd?
have to go with Lloyd.
I wouldn't rush to get a Neo album. So Lisa Stansfield was great, definitely. I love Lisa Stansfield, man.
Let's get serious. Oh shit. Hey, one of my favorite YouTubers dropped. Oh shit.
Sade or Erica? Sade. I can't go against Sade, man.
Yeah.
I'm picking Sade to beat everybody, D'Angelo included.
Like Erica Badu's my wife. I have to go with
Erica
Sade.
Badu was great. She needed they need to re-release her albums because a lot of her other stuff is out of print after like her first one. I think her first one was out of print too, right?
Yeah.
Badu, yeah, all of her shit is out of print. Sade need to drop a new album, man. It's been too long.
Interesting.
SWV or TLC? TLC. Total or Escape? I got Escape. I like both of them though. I love SWV. Saw both of them concert. Total was great. Sam said I like Luther over In Vogue.
The shade.
I mean, so did Luther.
I'm gonna stay on for about 8 more minutes. Actually, I should change this to artist formerly known as Prince. Cause I think I have my other reviews as artist formerly known as Prince in the album thing.
Like, but that's what he was at the time, though, right?
Yeah. Well, the black community, they just called him that because they
We
ain't
just
gonna
call him
pronounce
Prince.
the damn symbol.
I still call him Prince. The artist, though.
I remember that BT interview from '98.
Mm.
They played "My Name Is Prince" and they had to bleep out Prince like "My name is Bleep and
Did
I
they?
am funky.
Oh wow.
My name is Bleep."
Prince, Babyface on Nickelback. That's
You
random.
serious, bro? Babyface.
uh, well, I'm gonna say Babyface, but I did listen to some Nickelback stuff.
I've never been a Nickelback fan.
they they had some catchy songs in the 2000s.
Catchy.
Catchy. Like I never bought none of their albums, but I like some of their songs. Tevin Campbell or Usher? Usher for me.
Usher.
Alice in Chains or Judas Priest? Neither for me, but Bros
Allen.
likes them.
I've never been a Judas Priest
They
fan.
don't like Judas Priest. I didn't care for them.
I
I
hate.
like the Dirt album we talked about though, but I haven't heard nothing else from Alice in Chains. En Vogue is great.
Exactly. And this is why I don't fuck with Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yo, they're making so much out of it. I'm like, yo, I'm Caribbean and I'm not even making it a big thing out of it.
But at the same time, we will. But see, this is the thing about us. Like, I hear what you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
But what if a white person wants to culturally? We get mad when white people want to culturally appropriate our shit when they want to have braids or some shit like that, or when they want to capitalize on our trauma. But
Right.
then when our people want to do it some another trauma, oh, we're supposed to give him a pass because Michael B. Jordan. Give me a fucking break.
Well, I mean, I'm not giving. I don't know. My whole thing is like, if you're gonna call your rum Juve, and you're not Caribbean, then it's gonna be an issue. Just know it's gonna be an issue for that certain demographic that you know what I'm saying.
Right.
That's how I see it.
And I bet you he's gonna come out and say, "Oh, I didn't mean no harm," yada yada yada.
But
And if I'm not mistaken, this motherfucker's not even Trinidadian or so whatever.
right, he's not Caribbean, no.
So that's my see this.
But I think well I know they said that he's changing the name anyway. So
And this is why I don't support him like that. This
mm,
is why I tell people I don't support Michael B. Jordan like that.
right, he's a great actor. Like I usually liked his movie. Fruitvale Station was good and Creed, Black Panther.
He
But
just does some really sketchy shit after Side
but
Album.
his the other partner involved. That's the one they need to be talking to because he is the Caribbean one.
Ah,
You're talking like somebody said in the comments when I was reading it on Instagram, like y'all are talking to, what they said, that you're talking to the chef but you're not talking to the cook. Talk to the cook, because the man behind the scenes is the one that this whole thing started because of, not Michael B. Jordan. He's just like the big name behind the liquor.
but still, he's the puppet in all of this,
Right,
and he allows
exactly.
himself to
and
be the
and
puppet
and
for a
that
touring.
that's his fault for not knowing exactly what he was getting into, because it was probably just a paycheck for him.
This is why I fuck with KRS One because KRS One every time he talks about shit in his music, he always backs it up with his facts. He always backs
Right.
it up. That way
Right.
he'll always end up looking like a fool. I
Right.
feel like motherfuckers need to do more research when they
Mm-hmm.
want to do this all this stupid ass shit. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly.
I'm being
Exactly.
perfectly honest.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And that's gonna
now you're gonna rename it and shit. Okay.
that would be like when, okay, this is a perfect example. When Snoop Dogg came out with that terrible reggae album, I might add, Reincarnated, and we know he's not Jamaican. How did Caribbean people feel about that? Because he got
They
a Grammy nomination for that reggae album.
he got backlash for that shit from the Caribbeans because if I'm not mistaken, one of the Whalers actually
Mm.
talked shit saying, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Right.
And he got backlash from that.
Right.
So
I
did
didn't.
Eddie Murphy
I
too.
didn't. Eddie Murphy did a reggae album.
He did a reggae song.
Oh God. Terrible. And yeah, and it was, well, Snoop got, I know, remember Snoop getting dragged from the hip hop community because that, to me, the album was bad, and I listened to it. It was
Mm.
terrible. One of his worst albums ever. He has to stop jumping. This is what I'm talking about with Snoop Dogg. He jumps around and he does different concept albums, and a lot of that shit is terrible.
You know what? I forgot to mention one thing,
Mm.
and I do agree with you on that. Did you hear what about the recent shit about T Pain?
What did T Pain do?
He revealed that Usher made him depressed for about 4 years. No,
For what?
it's not. No, it's not funny, but let's keep this. Because Usher said that he ruined music with the auto tune shit. But here's my
He
thing.
did.
Usher, didn't you use auto tune too, bro?
Yeah, but everybody was using it. Kanye, Weezy, R.
Nah,
Kelly. What you mean?
nah.
Weezy was using it for a lot of songs. Kanye.
You're right about that, but I don't want to hear that everybody was doing it, and then you over here getting mad at the motherfucker when he made his style, but you gonna take his
But
style.
the thing with T Pain is, like, always for me, it was like, can you make a hit song with your own voice and not just a vocoder machine? That's always been a knock on him as an artist to me,
Mm.
because every song he did was using the auto tunes. What can you do without the auto tunes? Because if you really can't sing, then it's clear to see that the auto tunes is your crutch. You know what I'm saying? Usher don't need to use that. Like, he chose to use that. He don't need to use that.
I just find him. I just kind of hypocritical, but I
You
don't
know
know.
what I'm saying? So I mean, if he was depressed because of what Usher said, maybe that shit is true and it got to him. Like you can't blame Usher for that. You know what I'm saying? Weezy made hits, Kanye made hits. Everybody was using that shit. Drake was using that. You know, I mean, it's cool if you use it once in a blue, but all the time, like, there's no artistry in using that machine. So he really can't sing without it. What big hit did he have without the auto tune? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? He can't. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't make any big hits without that machine, so he really can't sing. What am I seeing here? Nirvana or Metallica? I got Nirvana.
Nirvana.
Um, what else did he say? Megadeth or Pantera? Ask Reg.
What?
Megadeth or Pantera?
Pantera.
Rage Against the Machine or Slipknot? I got Rage.
Rage.
Uh, Mayhem or Slayer?
My left neck.
Metallica, the Black Album, and Justice for All.
Who asked that? Ronnie?
Right, yeah.
Oh,
Some of
Ronnie
this is by
asked.
Makai though. Korn or System of the Down. I don't listen to either, so
Better vocal, Ozzy or Freddie Mercury. Oh, Freddie motherfucking Mercury. But
definitely
Ozzy is
Freddie.
underrated.
Freddie definitely. I'm a big Queen fan, so yeah. Again, and that's a genre that I don't even think is gonna. That's a subgenre that's not gonna last to me. So they using auto tune only shows that they have no talent. The weekend, yeah, but the weekend don't use it all the time. He can sing. He like it. I'm not saying don't use it. Like artists can use it, but like there's artists that they're using it, but they don't need to use it. We can don't need to use that. He's just doing that because he wants to. And he doesn't use auto tune all the time.
He just does it
Where,
because he's bored.
huh?
He just does it because he's bored.
Yeah, like this artist that used it, but they don't like R. Kelly used it. R. Kelly don't need to use auto tune. I've seen R. Kelly live in concert. He can sing. He don't need to use auto tune ever. You know what I'm saying? He's done it. He probably a lot of the artists did it to follow the wave at that point when it was popular, but they didn't need to use it. But T Pain ain't never made a hit record without it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, well, what kind of artist are you? Like you're making hit songs, but it's always with this machine. If you didn't have the machine, you wouldn't be T Pain.
And from
You know what I'm saying? So I think that was always the knock on him. Like he always uses it.
oh, Mike Epps is going to play Richard Pryor
Is he?
in some drama series
Oh wow.
on the LA Lakers.
They're making it a series. I thought it was gonna be a movie.
No, it's the LA Lakers.
L.A. Lakers
Yeah,
on based on the basketball team.
yeah.
So what the hell is the Richard Pryor have to do with that?
I don't even know.
Was he a Laker fan?
I don't even know.
Rich Van Halen songs are underrated.
Ooh. Night movies. James crying, in my personal opinion. Everybody wants some. Just on top of my head.
Richard Pryor and the Lakers. I don't understand that.
I don't understand
I
anything.
never seen Richard Pryor in no Laker games, so I don't understand how's he affiliated with that movie.
This,
I know he was playing Richard Pryor supposed to be for the biopic though.
I think they canceled it. I don't
They
know.
canceled that?
I
Wow.
think.
Yeah, that's stupid. I don't understand why T Pain is blaming Usher for that. He sounded like he was high. Like yeah, you was depressed because Usher said that That what that you can't sing without the audience. I could have told him that. He didn't
It's
need
like you
Usher to
like this.
tell. I could have told you that, T Pain, if you watching. Like you didn't need Usher to tell you that shit. I could have told you can't sing.
It's like this nigga depressed you. This nigga.
Right? So never mind what the friends been saying for the past 15 years about your singing.
This motherfucking nigga that makes counterfeit dollars for fun.
Right?
This
I
nigga.
mean, shit. You was depressed because Usher said that. I could have said that to you
Usher.
back in 2009. I could have told you ass can't sing.
This nigga T-Pain let a motherfucking nigga who puts his face on dollar bills for fun depress him.
Oh man.
This nigga who allegedly gives out herpes like for Thanksgiving dinners and shit.
Right? Usher got his own demons to deal with. You worried about what he got to say
He was like,
about his
he
own
was like,
singing.
Fred.
That dude sounded like he was hard. Like he was hard.
He was like, I didn't understand. He was like, Fred.
Shit. Next time come to me, I'll tell you. Now you can't sing. Get depressed over what I said. I feel slighted now that he got depressed over what Usher told him, and I could have told him that in '09.
I'm sorry.
You know.
I don't be a laugh. I don't be a laugh, but you I'm listening to this interview and it's just like
It sounds stupid, yo. I'm like really?
you like this nigga depressing
Right.
you. This nigga who makes a
Right.
song
Exactly.
this nigga.
I listened to that T Pain album. What was it called? Three Rings. Was that was it called? The one with I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to that album. Every fucking song on that album, he has auto tune. That has always been the knock on him. It's like when a baseball player uses steroids to break home run records. There's always gonna be an asterisk next to your name because people don't know or not if you have true talent. You know what I'm saying? He's like a Jose Canseco. Like there's always gonna be an asterisk next to Canseco's name because of what you took or what you used, and people don't know if you got true talent, like a T Pain. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at Usher or anybody else that feel like, oh well, can he really sing? Is he really an artist? Because we haven't seen it. The machine is doing all the work for you. You know what I'm saying? That's just as bad as ghostwriters to me. Like especially when it comes to rap artists and ghostwriters. When Drake, if Drake has ghostwriters,
Oh, he did do a song without karaoke,
he did.
without autotune. It's called
But
karaoke.
was it a big hit though?
Yeah, it's called karaoke.
So
It
that
was a
so he has one song without autotune. That's his hit. I don't even remember that song.
it was a diss track to everybody that called him out on using karaoke.
But he have his own self to blame for that though. You know what I'm saying? It's not like people jump on him for no reason. You have your own self to blame for that. You know what I'm saying? That's just as bad as ghostwriting for rappers. Like when Drake wants to battle Pusha T, but you allegedly got ghostwriters. You can't battle Pusha T because you're not even writing your own shit. That's just as bad. That's a no in rap. That's a taboo. You know what I'm saying? We got to start holding these artists accountable again for shit like that. He might as well be Milli Vanilli. Like they wasn't
Okay, now
fucking
you
really
going far.
they wasn't really singing, and they got Grammys. They got Grammys for their non singing asses. So I mean, shit. I know the nigga dead from Milli Vanilli. I'm just saying, like that is a historical thing that happened. They had to give those Grammys back because they niggas realized that they wasn't singing.
He said, "Did I fuck up music?"
Don't blame Usher. I was saying that years ago before Instagram was even a thing. Shit, we had Instagram in '06. I would have went to him in '06 and said that shit. Like, you can't sing. You know what I'm saying? You know how I do with artists. They be in their feelings when I say shit.
Shout out to R.
But he could sing though. He just delusional about his place in the next legacy. But he could sing. He could teach T Pain a note or two.
But this interview is going for way too long. What the fuck?
Who's my top five favorite players from 2000s? Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, Allen Iverson. Even though he wasn't He wasn't drafted in the 2000s, but you know he's right there. Um, who else? Damn. Jason Williams, White Chocolate from Sacramento. Uh, and then I put LeBron. I put LeBron in there, so LeBron is great. I just don't like him jumping ship to different teams. Yeah, like it's exactly like they every artist. It's like they get a pass now. Like no, back in the day you couldn't do that shit. You couldn't do that shit back in the day. That they would have called him out. Kobe is great, but like he didn't get drafted in the 2000s. I'm trying to like stick with like people from the 2000s and shit.
Oh yeah, I'm like fall tonight.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I might eat some mac and cheese and get ready to go to sleep.
Diplomatic immunity gonna be next week. We're gonna do that.
Oh
Like the
yes, yes.
20 to 29th. We do that.
Let me find that album right quick.
Yes. Yo, you got it too?
Oh yeah, I've been
Yeah.
have it.
That'll be Tuesday, June 29th. I'm doing that.
Oh, the fuck up. Oh wait. Where is it at? Oh yeah, there it is. Oh,
Yes. Oh yes, classic. You need to open that.
I am.
You need to open. You know what I'm saying? What's what? Oh, tomorrow. What we doing tomorrow?
Um, we're gonna do your special one
Oh, okay. We gonna
and
pre-record that.
pre-record
Okay, so we
definition.
okay, so we're not going on live for none of them.
Nah,
Okay. And
yeah, we're not gonna.
Friday is nothing. Saturday nothing. Sunday what's that? Anything Sunday?
Um, well, Sunday I'm watching the BET Awards. So
Oh
probably
yeah, that's right.
I might go live and just
Yeah,
talk
BT
shit.
Awards. Okay. I just want to see the Queen Latifah tribute and Diddy
Yeah.
tribute. Yeah.
Monday is the next time we're going
Yes.
live. Is the
Yes.
Melvin Moore interview.
The legend.
Yes. Do you want a copy of the Unsung?
Yes. I need to see that.
Okay.
Are you gonna be discussing that or no?
I'm just gonna talk about certain parts of her career and a new single.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. I didn't hear the new single either.
Okay, I'm gonna forward everything to you
All
by
right.
tonight.
Cool, cool.
I was just so busy this whole week with my thesis
Beautiful
and shit. I was
noise.
like, yeah, let me
What
get
album
ready.
that's from, Sam? Beautiful noise. I don't know that one. That ain't on the first album, is it?
You said which one?
Beautiful noise from Dipset. I don't know that one. That's is that on Diplomatic Community? I don't think that's on there.
Shit, I gotta be listening to the album and shit.
I don't remember that song.
Yeah, but yeah, and next week, well, actually, some point this weekend, we can try to start doing the classic unsung.
Okay.
Guys, I must try to send you the Big Daddy Kane one tonight too.
Yeah. It's on there. I gotta hear that again. I know certain songs by heart, but I don't remember Beautiful Noise on the Dipset album. Okay.
Yeah,
I probably know it when I hear it again.
yeah, I'm not even the biggest Dipset fan, but this shit's a fucking masterpiece.
Yes,
But I'm a
definitely, definitely.
yeah. Other than that, so Monday we're gonna
Yes,
talk about Master of Puppets, Metallica,
yes.
their best album in my opinion. We're also gonna have a Melvin Moore interview,
8 p.m.
PM.
Yes,
I want to say next Wednesday is Scarface Last of Dying Breed.
yes.
Shout out to
Hopefully Dame commit because I know Dame goes live on Wednesday nights too. I'm like, well, how the hell is he gonna be? Is he gonna be doing both or is he just doing our show?
what time he goes live.
He usually goes live on Instagram like 10 p.m. I think.
Cause I got the show scheduled for 11. I don't mind
Cause
pushing to.
Houston time is like different from like our time, so
Oh shit! God,
you know what I mean. So I'm like, if he goes live on Wednesday nights on Instagram, I'm like, well, how the hell is he gonna be on our show then?
I can ask him. I can
Yeah,
check with him and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah. And next Thursday, it might be. I still want to try to do 20 wire. I'm gonna ask Ash what's the schedule like.
right.
But if not, then I'm gonna schedule Coogee Rap's Roots of Evil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dope.
Actually,
Sam.
fuck it. Roots of Evil is gonna be next week.
Sam been waiting for that.
Yeah. And then of course, July 4th is the Primo
Yes.
Beat Battle.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I got my boombox ready.
Yes.
Hopefully they don't block us and shit.
Oh yeah.
You
We
know.
just can't play no Jay-Z tracks.
Right. Shit. I gotta remember that to take that off my list. Damn it.
Shit.
Damn you, Jay.
Fuck. All right. Did you got your Quincy Jones list or no?
I got like four more tracks to add to that.
Okay. Okay.
When are we doing that? Is that after Primo?
Well, at this point, it might be after Primo and shit. Cause
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
let's just do that one after Primo then.
Yeah.
Cause I was waiting on you until you made your list.
Right.
But yeah. Other
Okay.
than that, yeah, man, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for this review.
No doubt.
I will see y'all. I might see y'all sometime this weekend if I'm doing a live talking shit.
Right.
Peace.
Peace.